Let's just start with the first AWS service. Today we are going to start with IAM, which stands for Identity and Access Management. So what actually is IAM service? So basically, AWS Identity and Access Management is a web service which helps you to provide a control over the users which are currently present. Now, when I say control over the users, it defines the read, write, and none permissions that you can define to the users which can access the XYZ resources. For example, if you want a user to access a virtual machine, that is EC2, which we are going to learn in the coming video. So you can just assign him the read permission so that the user can access the resource. But that is how you define the services in identity and access management, which is also known as IAM. So basically, it's a governance where you define some sort of rules and regulations due to which the users can access a specific resource, right? IAM is used to control who is authenticated to use a specified service and who is authorized to use the resources, right? Now, let us cover a few of the facts about IAM. So basically, the user limit for AWS for a specific single account is 5,000 per users, and it allows you to create 10 users per time. Also, you can create a max of 300 groups per account, and there are 1,000 IAM roles which you can create. And a single IAM user can be a member of 10 groups or cannot be a member of any group, right? It can act as an independent user or can be a grouped user which consists of 10 groups. Also, you can assign two access key to a user, and also the main and one of the most important fact is IAM is a global service, right? So IAM identities are divided into three segments, that is users, groups, and roles. Now let us understand what each of these terminologies are. So basically, identities represent the use to create which can be authenticated and authorized for performing a specific sort of actions on AWS, right? Now, identity is nothing but the users, and the group of users is known as a group, right? And role is a policy document which you create, which is similar to IAM user. So what actually a role is? A role is something like if there is a teacher, his role is to teach, right? There is a specific job that he need to do, right? So the same thing is defined in rules. Now let us understand upon permissions and policies. So permissions are granted through policies that are created and then it is attached to user, groups and roles. You can either grant permission by creating a policy. Now again coming back to policy, what policy is? So policy is a document that defines the action, the effect and the resource which you can apply on a specific user group and uh, u- user groups and the conditions that you can apply over a specific thing. Now, any action or resource that are not explicitly allowed are considered as none by default, right? So either the permissions can be read, right, or permission can be none, which is also known as denied. Now, let us understand the concept of user and groups by this following diagram. Here you can see the user A and B are the part of group developer. However, you can also clearly see B and C is a part of DevOps and C and D is a part of operations. Now here, as I mentioned, a single user can be a part of multiple groups. So here you can see user B is a part of developers and DevOps. User C is a part of DevOps and operations. However, a user can also act as an independent user. As you can see, user E, which does not contain any group, but can still access the services, right? Now, when it comes to accessing the services, there are three methods through which you can access the services. That is through management consoles, second is through command line, and third is through SDKs, that is software development kit. All right. So this was all about a short brief about what IAM is, right? So basically, it's a control management through which you can do the governance of the users groups, right? So let's see and hands-on in the coming video. Thank you so much.